It's not just that. Like, even if you just need to talk about something, it's calling instead of texting. Makes a huge difference.
I know, but you're busy.
I'm always busy.
Well,
Well,
that means
nah, that's not true.
I'm not gonna disturb you.
That's not true. I do have like 2 hours where I'm never busy. So
Give me 1 second.
yeah, you're fine. Now I want tea. How much? There's caffeine in tea, right? Especially black tea has caffeine in it. I already had a latte today, and I don't want to overdo caffeine when I'm trying to like cut down.
Sorry, I'm having a little headache.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Depends on what kind. I would probably just get the one I showed you. Maybe I should just switch over to tea rather than coffee. Well, the thing is, right?
Okay, I'm good. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't mind drinking, like, say, Pepsi without caffeine in it. It's just fucking hard to get. But yeah, all right. I don't know. If it's all right, and I guess if we're good, I don't know what else there's to talk about. Like, there's obviously the war, but I don't want to really dig into that for obvious reasons.
Bye.
Because I'm gonna assume it's a sore subject.
Not at all.
Oh,
I
well,
mean, this is where I thrive. Anything like this, like personal trauma, I'm not very good dealing with, but group trauma, I'm fantastic. I can be the support forever.
hmm.
Happy to talk about it. Like, I'm not ashamed. I know I am ashamed. I'm ashamed of what PD did, but I'm not ashamed of the part that I played.
Well, no, I don't think you should be ashamed of the part that you played. I don't think anyone has ever put a blame on you for what you did. The only blame anyone should have is the people that made you go in there in your own colors instead of the blue that was supposed to be neutral.
Right, but wouldn't that make me a false flagger?
No, not if you don't plan on shooting.
But it would have made me a false flagger because I'm not a medic. I'm a PD member with a gun who, if you shoot at me, I'm supposed to shoot back. That was my job. Problem is, he crept up on me while I was carrying someone and shot me straight in the back, which pussy move, dickhead. Pussy move.
You know who did it?
Yeah, dickhead.
Oh. Oh, that's why you're saying. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought you were just. Yeah. Okay.
We just call him a dick. No, I'm
Yeah.
literally calling dickhead. It was D-head. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Cockington.
Have you talked to him about it?
No, there's really nothing to talk about. It's war. I mean, I was a PD member. He's at war with them. Easy hit kill. Who can blame him?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with everything. Nick's done with the hospital.
He is.
Hmm?
He is.
Yeah, we'll keep that between the two of us. It's not anything you have. You
Yeah.
don't have to tell anyone that because that's not illegal. It's just, if they ask you about it, you don't have to tell them shit.
I know. I think. Okay. I think I need to set this record shit. It's only if you're doing illegal shit in front of me and they ask me about it, do I tell them? Like my day-to-day life is very, and to be quite honest, none of them talk to me about things about you or anything anymore. No one really cares what I do as long
They
as I'm
moved
not,
on. Wow.
you know, giving cigarettes to Pred because apparently that's too far.
No, you know, just talking to the inmates is too far and enough to get you suspended or fired, apparently. Because
If you're on duty,
imagine
yes.
being DOC and doing your job. No, I'm not talking about PD. I'm talking about DOC doing their job.
Talking about Winston?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think he's the only one.
Yeah, but his is a bit more complicated than just that, Michael.
In what way? Like
He
with
had
his entire
7 phones on
background?
his person like a fucking moron.
Well, yeah.
If he's
Was
if
it
he's gonna
confiscated or
be
was it his actual, you know?
the entire word he said to me was, "What were they for, Winston?" He said, "It doesn't matter because they never got to that." And I said, "Were they for the inmates?" And he said, "They never got to them."
Well, then he's a dumbass.
Well, yeah,
And then people should not feel bad for him getting fired if he's just being a dumbass.
I didn't mean to be a dumbass because that was him speaking privately to me. That's you letting me into my private circle. That's not his official stance. The official stance is they were all Percy Weavers and he was holding them for him while he went to visit Pratt.
Yeah, but people feel bad for him because they think he was fired just for talking to inmates. But if that's not the case, then Jesus.
Well, it was a bit of everything. He was told to stay on the catwalk, he wouldn't. So he was disobeying rules and orders. And then he was found with 7
Well, yeah, the
phones
7
on his
burners
person.
is probably the biggest thing.
They weren't burners, they're just normal phones, I think.
And,
Yeah.
well, doesn't change much, I guess.
And it doesn't matter anyway. He was gonna leave. He's not coming back to PD, and he basically is done. And he's probably gonna end up being a criminal by the end of the year.
Well, in that case, I don't know what to think. If that's what there is to it, then I can't really blame PD. Like what I've been told is obviously that they fired him for talking to the inmates, and if that's the case, then like I said, I'm not surprised that PD themselves are pushing cops
It's
or
a bit of
ex-cops.
everything.
Yeah, well,
Because let's face it, DOC are a bit like PD. They expect you to come into these jobs with a blank slate and like basically build your relationships through the job that you're doing, but that's just not realistic because Winston already had very strong relationships with about 80% of the people who are in there for treason. So of course he was going to look suspicious off the bat because he already has a relationship with them.
I don't think TJ's lying. I think that's what he thought. Unless you're talking about somebody else lying. I don't know. It's just that I had my opinions on it that are now a bit different. So that's all.
That's fine. I mean, I'm telling you, I would prefer you to keep your opinions that you have because the information I'm giving you is the private conversations I've had with Winston, which requires you to be trusting of what I'm telling you.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, we're actually meeting up with him later today, talking through options.
Somebody said that he wants to talk to me. I forgot who.
Hmm.
Tallulah Bell, thank you so much for 20 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
I mean, he might do.
Who planted the bomb? Pigeon.
I
That's what we were told.
mean,
Well,
you come up in passing conversation.
yeah, but I forgot who told me that he wanted to talk. So apparently it's something he wants to do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Other than that, I don't really know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think people are just kind of waiting, seeing what's gonna, end up happening with everything.
Already quit.
Oh, I was told, yeah. Apparently, he's looking for somebody to help him, you know, do stuff in his garden.
Ah, he is. He's really big on gardening right now.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good start. You know, I've never really talked to Toretti.
Oh God, are you gonna start going little fingers on him?
What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, you just want to talk to all these people. Is this because you're building your empire connections?
What do you mean building empire and connections? I just never talked to the guy. I feel like it's a good start over, you know, some work related things. You know, him wanting to do gardening, and I can get
Well, he
his side of
wants a lot of
things.
TVs as well.
He what? Watches a lot of TV?
He probably wants a lot of TVs in his garden as well.
Why do you want TVs in your garden? I know you have one, but
Oh, is mine a problem? I didn't know.
I'm not saying. I'm just asking.
See how it is. Don't like my pool TV. Got it? Note it down. Truddy loves TVs. Just loves TV. It's like one in every room, if not two in every room.
What the fuck? Arcadius, thank you so much for the 11 months. He sounds like a boomer. He's like the type of person that can't miss a sports game, so he has it on every TV.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh my fucking god, okay.
I miss Sports Center, Michael.
Hmm?
I miss the
Sports?
Sports Center, man.
The sports center.
Yeah, apparently.
Huh, interesting. Well, I don't know, you know, there's a first for everything. Talking to Reddy's gonna be an interesting first, I feel like.
If he gets yard work before I do, we're gonna have big problems.
Wait, do you want yard work?
Yes, I have a hole in my hedge.
Oh.
I have a hole in my hedge that looks directly onto yokai.
Right, that. Well, let's see if we can schedule something.
For sure.
Unless you just wanted to be boarded up, then, you know.
My calendar.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, say that again.
Oh, don't worry. So good.
All right. Okay, well, is there anything else? Anything else?
Do you want to speak to me about anything? Because this feels at this point like I'm with my teachers. Like, do you have any more questions or concerns?
Leaving you on red. I actually didn't see those yesterday at all. I don't know. Pharmaceutical place is coming along nicely.
Hmm.
Philippa Cantor
Hmm.
is flip flopping.
The reason why.
I don't know. I don't know. As far as I know, she's saying one thing, doing another, and then backpedaling or something. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Think you could have to do with Nick?
Hmm?
I think you could have to do with Nick.
Well, it is to do with Nick, but Nick doesn't care. Like I said, he's done. I told
Yeah.
her that at the end of the day, like, you can't. If you're, if you think you did something wrong or whatever, you don't talk to me. You talk to Nick. You apologize to Nick. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I can only make or base my opinions on what I have been told. So,
Are you speaking to Dahlia?
did I speak to Dahlia? Yeah. No, yeah, I have. She's hired as well.
Oh, good. He's very much interested.
I know. But she also said she has to stay at the hospital because if she's not, then she's going to lose her medical license.
She's got to do 12 hours a month, which she's breaking down into 1 hour over 12 days.
Well, that works, I guess.
That's what she's going to do to keep her medical license.
That's not too bad. Could be worse.
Yeah.
Crit! I think it's about 23, almost 2 years.
I spent time with her yesterday for a bit. But, yeah, she's good. She's happy. She wants more stuff to do.
Wait, was she the one that said that Winston wanted to talk?
Disappointed about Philippa.
Hmm?
Disappointing to hear about Philippa.
Is there a point to it? No, I'm just letting you know. No, you're on the board.
No, I said I'm disappointed.
Oh, disappointed.
To hear about Philippa. Am I speaking too fast to you?
No, I just need to unclog my ears, I feel like. Yeah, well. It's not just her. Like 3 or 4 people involved. Obviously, Janetti. But he also showed up in the fucking... documentary thing.
That documentary did neither side's any favor.
Well, it didn't... No, I know. It proved that Kyle Pratt is not trustworthy, that's for sure.
Why? What happened with Kyle?
Well, he claimed one thing and did another.
What did he claim?
Well, he claimed that on the phone call with the senator, that he was telling the senator not to send anyone in because they would get shot. That was obviously not the truth, now was it?
Give him a shovel, dig his own grave.
Like, I don't understand why. Just be honest. Do I
Don't
know
you understand?
Dixon?
We live
No.
in Kyle's world. He's not the problem. You are for not understanding what he meant.
It's not a misunderstanding or knowing what he meant. He straight
No, it
up
is.
lied.
It's a misunderstanding. It's your point. It's your fault. You just didn't understand what he was trying to say to you. It's definitely not on him. He's the victim.
Oh, here comes all the fucking...
You misheard him or misunderstood,
PTSD.
and unfortunately, that's. I mean, you're gonna have to apologize for him. Apologize to him for causing drama with him.
I don't have to apologize for shit.
Oh, you're gonna have to, Michael. I mean,
I don't owe him shit. So I don't need to apologize for anything.
oh no, you do. You do. You're in Pride's world, and you have to go apologize to him for you misunderstanding him.
Yes, that might be what he wants, but that's not going to happen.
I'm aware. I'm very aware.
I do not apologize unless I did something wrong. And in this case, that is not it. Him lying to me is not, even if in his twisted world, if he tries to make me apologize, I'm just gonna not talk to him again. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind hearing him out, but I don't know how you want to come back from this one.
I'll find a way. Because again, you're the problem, not him.
Mm-hmm.
You're always the problem, never him. I'll just double down and say that that the PD have got in your head, and man, you must really, really want the PD to win on this.
Well, all that is just gonna fall to the ground because there's no logic behind it.
Wait, logic? You're looking for logic?
I always use logic, even if it doesn't exist in this world. It doesn't matter. And to me,
Yeah.
it matters. Well, here's the thing: you're saying it like I should care about his feelings. I don't.
No, Michael, I'm telling you exactly how your conversation is going to go with him because I've spent 2 years with him and I can verbatim tell you how he's going to twist it.
Well, that's fine, and I don't care how he twists it. If he blames me, he can blame me. I don't give a shit because there's nothing to blame me for.
Find a way.
Sure. Doesn't change anything for me. I'm the one on the outside. He's the one on the inside.
He is going to... He's going to use it. Look, I understand, but if you think you're going to go in there and be logical with him, you're not going to get anywhere.
Nick is
The
already trying
reality
to get the
is
extended
that
cut
he will lie.
for Mick
He
to
does
see.
lie, and he will then twist it so that you are the problem and you just don't understand him.
Again, I can just walk away.
But can you?
Yes, I
Because
can.
if you're helping the rest of the prisoners, you can't.
No, I
Because
can.
you can't just not work without Kyle.
I can walk away anytime I want. And this is not me saying it, like I can walk away from doing fucking morphine or opioids or smoking. I don't owe him shit. He has nothing on me. If he's trying to blame me for something that didn't happen, I'm just gonna walk out. It's not a big deal.
It's not that easy with Kyle because he is he's really within them all. So the answer is that if you want to fall out with all of them, go ahead, start a fight with Kyle. But it's gonna end up with you getting more phone calls of them being like, well, why can't you just get along so you can help us?
No. No, it's not. Give me a second.
What do you think?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't owe any of them anything. But I'm also pretty sure that TJ and some other people trust Michael more than they might trust Kyle. And I don't think she realizes that. Is this doom spiraling? Why are we doom spiraling? What's Kyle's issue with Michael? There's no issue. Kyle Pratt doesn't have an issue with Michael. Where the fuck did she go? The issue is Michael doesn't like people lying. When you're trying to help somebody, you don't lie to the people trying to help you. Yeah, it's an edited clip. True. And Nick is working on getting the extended, unfiltered cut, whatever, to Mick. But I don't think that's going to change much in terms of what was said from Kyle's side. But I don't know. Anyways.
Might be reasonable. Might apologize. Might be reasonable. Might apologize. Depends what mood he's in.
Maybe.
I don't know if he'll see it as a lie though, because I think he'll say that he doesn't
you
lie.
won't. You cannot see it as a lie when it's the opposite of what's being said.
Look, I agree with you, but I'm working on the side that I
Pepsi
know how
time,
he
yeah.
thinks sometimes.
You're all. There's still the fact that they strapped the bomb to her. That doesn't change the fact at all. You're sounding like the people like on the inside.
Although I'm gonna be honest, in my experience, he wrongs me and expects me to apologize, so I don't really have don't have the best of positive reactions about him.
I don't know. Why do you keep talking to him?
He came along when I was stuck in PD. I was in a rut and they wouldn't give me anything. And they just left me there like I am now, pretty much how I am now, where I was just there, things to give, things to offer. No one would give me the chance, and Kyle did. When he gave me a chance, he just...
So you feel like you owe him?
No, not at all. I paid him back tenfold.
Then why? Why not just walk away?
I mean, the same could be said about you and me. Why'd I just walk away from you?
That's fair, but I wouldn't put myself as low as Kyle Pratt.
I'm not saying you're the same as Kyle. But the reality is that if it's good for one, it's good for both, right?
Oh my god. I guess.
I mean, I'll put it this way. When I was...
what did Pratt do?
He is selfish.
Okay, give me a second, chat. Yes.
But he still thinks about me. He still calls me. He still...
Yes, but he also gives you shit. Makes you apologize for the shit he did. I don't understand. That seems wrong. If I was like that, I would question why you didn't walk away. Give me a second. I need to check something here. Police sending stuffy subpoenas.
Yeah, apparently they sent Wang the document for a subpoena to his documents on his phone and didn't notify him via text that they had done that.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I got it through documents, but I also think Bundy sent me a text about it.
Yeah, no, they got no text, so they were angry that they'd been subpoenaed and had no notification of it other than it just appeared in the phone.
Sure, the URL. Wait, what is this?
How do you know I haven't walked away from Kyle?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just assuming.
Well, there you go.
Wait, did I not? Wait, what the fuck did I just copy? That was not it. What, did you walk away?
Our last conversation, yes. I walked out.
And you haven't talked to him since?
Nope. Called me on the phone, screamed at me for 20 minutes. You were there. I literally spoke to you after you just screamed at me.
Was that at Bolingbroke?
Yeah, it was at Bolingbroke because I walked out of the visitation. So then he called me to tell me that I was part of the problem, that I didn't stand up to it, and a lot of things.
A lot of things. Well, that's why you just hang up on the guy.
Okay, but it's a bit more complicated than that because I know this is crazy and it's gonna sound crazy to you, but like it matters to me.
It
Everyone
matters
acts like
what
emotions...
he thinks when he's blaming you.
No. Everyone thinks that emotions are like this really scary thing that you should be afraid of, or that you shouldn't have, or that you should disconnect from. The reality is it makes you vulnerable, and when somebody is willing to be true with you, and show those emotions, it's more than having a blank slate all the time. And Kyle does show me his emotional side. He called me before he went to Sanguine when he after he got to Sanguine. He called me before I went to war, and he begged me not to go. Parts of people that you don't get to see that I do, and that's why I'm still here. Yes, he screams at me, but I also scream back. I'm not some defenseless child who can't look after themselves.
Well, I never said you were.
I'm not some like broken fucking woman who can't deal with him. I dealt with him for 2 years when no one else wanted to or could. And the reason I stay is because honestly, I fundamentally think that guy has no one. He has a lot of people who are willing to scream for him, but not a lot of people are willing to actually back him up.
Hmm. Well, I'm
Loyal to him.
That's fine. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just asking.
But you seem to have an opinion on it, so I'm explaining to you the other half.
Yes, I can have an opinion, but doesn't mean that you have to listen to my opinion.
I mean, let's be real here, Michael. A lot of people think we shouldn't be friends. I should walk away from you.
Which is a fair opinion to have.
But I haven't.
No. I know. All right.
You.
Oh, yes, go on.
Nothing. Don't
No,
worry.
go on.
Don't worry.
Go, say it.
There was a time where Kyle would literally only show his emotions to one person. That was me. For a long time, while we were in PD, there was only me that he would fucking speak to about things, and he would be honest with. And I did some fucked up shit with Kyle Pred, and he did some fucked up shit with me. And honestly, it got a lot loudly from me. By fucked up shit, I mean actual messed up stuff that I don't even admit to.
So, I don't know, what is a good example? Like, he's the childhood friend that gets you into dumb shit and you just can't walk away from.
He's the person that I will forever love. Not in love, but will love.
Yeah, I
Regardless of
know.
how fucked up he is.
Like, I'm not Benji. I'm not going to say just because you say the love word that you're in love with a person.
Yeah.
You can love
But
your
I
friends.
truly. Yeah, and I truly love him. And I know he's mess. I know he's fucked up. I know all of that. I'm very, very aware. And you know what? Can't help how I feel. So I'm going to be there for him when he needs me.
Fuck's sake. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
Yeah, you should. Go ahead. Have your opinions.
Well, everyone has opinions. I can have my opinions, doesn't make them right.
Well, go ahead. Tell me how you really feel.
I already told you how I really feel.
I should walk away from him.
I don't understand that a person that doesn't seem to show back, that calls you the problem, that makes you apologize for his actions when he is the one that's wrong, why you would go back to that, even if you do love him. There is a point where they're just not. You can't defend their actions.
Which is where we're at. I've walked away. We haven't contacted each other in 5 days. When he left PD, we didn't talk for weeks. Like, Kyle has gone on the path that I'm not going down with him. And he doesn't expect me to come with him. That's the point. That's where the care comes from, is that he doesn't expect me to go down that path with him.
If that's all it takes.
You know that I offered to leave with him
That you what?
before the war?
That what?
Like, I offered to leave with him.
Or that you offered to leave with him?
Yes.
I think you
offered
brought that up.
Yeah.
Just
I
briefly.
offered to get in a plane and leave the city with him. He said no. Actually, he said, I contemplated it for 3 seconds, but I'm staying. And I said, okay. So, as far as I'm concerned, I've done as much as I can for Calpart.
You've done what you could and more.
It's the same sort of liberty I give to Kyle that I also give to you.
Oh my fucking god. Maybe, but I don't spit you in the face.
Yes, you do.
How?
You ignore me. Sometimes you make me feel like I'm the biggest problem in the world, and then you're annoyed at me. I don't even know what I've done.
That's how. Okay, you. Oh.
Don't you scoff at me.
It's Michael Silver. What are you fucking on about?
You send as many mixed messages as Kyle Pred does.
How do I send mixed messages when I don't text in the first place?
Well, there you go. There's point of case.
Yeah, but then we run back
I've
to the no. Then we run back to the first thing we were talking about that you don't fucking call.
Why should always be me contacting you?
I'm not telling you to be the one to contact every time. But
You're the busy one, not me.
Yes, I am busy.
Exactly. So why should I be the one to bug you? Why don't you just wait until you're free and contact me?
Because how would I know that you're thinking that I am upset or doing something or ignoring you?
I don't know.
I can't read your mind.
I never said you could, but sometimes it's like, oh, I call you and you're like, sure, you're like shot with me, and I'm like, okay, I bet better leave you alone, and then I leave you alone, and then somehow I'm the problem.
When have you ever been the problem?
I don't know, when you're ignoring me for days on end.
I don't ignore you for days on end.
Uh-huh.
You are assuming me not texting you is me ignoring you.
No, I'm just assuming you're like everyone else. When you need me, you'll come find me. Or want me, you'll come find me.
So you think I'm just like everyone else?
Are you special?
I'm not saying that I'm special, but I wouldn't say that I just come crawling every time I need you for something.
I never said you crawled.
No, but it's literally what you're fucking hinting at.
It's not at all.
Then what? Ay, ay, ay. I don't know what to say.
I actually have a very funny explanation.
Mm-hmm.
And I call it exposure syndrome. And this is what I think is this is what I am working on.
Is she implying?
I think it's called. I call it exposure syndrome, and it's the idea that for 2 years straight, I couldn't go 24 hours without someone mentioning you, or without having to talk about you, or without having to look at your texts. And what happened is, because I spent that much time exposed to you, naturally what's probably happened is I've formed more of attachment to you than you have to me. And that's because of the fact that I was exposed to you constantly, and I was constantly asked to psychoanalyze you and to understand what you're like and to get kind of a feeling for you. Like, professionally, but also deeply as well, to understand like why you would text this to X person, or why you would respond like this to me, or etc. And because of that, I think that, like, attachment grows, and I think my attachment is stronger than yours because you're not exposed to me. I think that's kind of the issue. because the reality is we're not that close in that way. But I basically got the insight of your personal life for 2 years straight.
Mm. Oh boy, I need to choose my words wisely. Whew.
And because of that, I have to work on that.
Brain goes brr. I. Nah,
It's okay. I'm working on it.
Was.
You don't need to have a reaction. I don't expect you. It's quite.
I don't need
quite
to have a
intense.
reaction. I do have a reaction. I just trying to put my reaction into words. I think the issue is that everyone assumed that me talking to you that meant that I have like some ulterior motive. And I'm gonna be honest, you probably had the same thought. I don't know if you still think that. But I also think that you might assume we are not as close as we might actually be. But why else would I talk to you? Why else would I do the things I do? Like, I don't just bring like the entire pharmaceutical thing to you because I thought, let me just take Jenny's money. I've reached out to the people that I cared about, that I saw as friends, to give them, to let them know.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. There's no motive.
You just said it
Maybe
yourself there.
what?
People. So it was as you
Friends.
said. Yeah. It's yes, exactly.
There might have been a motive at the start. I don't remember. This point is too far.
What was the motive?
I don't remember. It's too long ago. Y'all fucking weirdos. But no, I can see that being a thing as well. You getting to basically see anything that I do, everything that I type, everything that I text, every call. If you have to put yourself in a different mindset to try and figure out what is my motive, what am I supposed to do, where am I going, what am I doing, I would assume that's gonna fuck with you to some degree. Or I don't know if I would
Yeah.
call it fuck with you, but put you in a position that might seem closer than it might be. But at the same time, I don't think.
And that's the issue. Is it's a feeling of closer than we are, and I have to be careful with that because they're my feelings, you know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know if should we ask like how close. Nah, do we? Maybe.
also easy when Copper is around because I just go and talk to her about it, but she's never around anymore.
Yeah, what is Copper up to these days, anyways?
She got a new job.
Huh. So what? You had nobody else to talk to about
Not
things?
about feelings. Everyone in the city is pretty much in an emotionless void who only wants to talk about their own feelings, and even then,
Have you talked to
they
Juno?
kind of just
Because
go,
she's
"Okay,"
full of
if you kind of
emotions.
talk to them about it.
I feel like Juno has too many emotions.
Yeah, but they're all about her.
Oh, fair enough.
That's the issue. So with Copper, it was a give and take. We would both sit there, we'd talk about something that was bothering each of us, and we'd both go through it together to get to like, uh, either an understanding or advice or whatever. But that's very difficult in the city. Copper was very rare.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I didn't get to know her that much, really.
Uh, when we were investigating you, she was literally the only person that could keep me sane because it was just horrible sometimes.
Fair enough.
Not you, but more that like sometimes I would spend more time thinking like you than I would myself, and I'd kind of just go a bit. Or people would like sit there and question me about your motives, and I'd be like, I don't fucking know. That would make me feel shitty because I couldn't help them. And then Copper would be like, yep, you need to go for a drive. And we go for a drive.
Just force Copper to wake up.
I
Easy.
wish I could.
Ugh.
Actually really upsetting that I that I finished her house at the same time. She had basically had to go move to like Vice City.
Yeah. Copper. Huh. Well, I'm still stumped because I don't feel like, again, and that's, I might be blind, I might just not realize, or I might just be dumb, or it's just a combination of everything, but I don't feel like I ignore or come off as angry or annoyed with you, or at least I don't try to.
I'm not angry or annoyed, but we're
Strawberry. Thank you so much for 9.
look, the fundamental thing is that you are too busy and I don't like in the way of busy people. So I'm just not gonna reach out when I know you're busy because I'm not gonna be like the thorn in your side that's bothering you.
Larry's blind. I don't think you are, just because you're reaching out.
But I also don't want to come off a thingy either.
I don't
You
think.
also come off indifferent a lot of the time, so it's very hard to actually know what you're thinking or what's going on.
I don't know. That might be a good or a bad thing.
It just kind of it's hard to. I mean, indifference also doesn't give you comfort, so I'm kind of like, well, he's indifferent to me. Who cares then? Go do what I need to do.
I don't know. Michael doesn't show emotions that much. Yeah, all lights are connected to the power grid. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know what to say, chat. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, and that's the thing about Michael. Doesn't show his emotion, so I don't know. Well, so what do you expect of me, or what do you want from me?
It's not my expectations, it's what you're willing to give. It's okay. Look, this is why I didn't really want to have this conversation, because the answer is probably going to be you were in a way or you feeling awkward, and I just didn't want to deal with that.
Why would I feel awkward?
I don't know. You're indifferent. I don't know. I don't know.
The only people feeling awkward is chat being fucking weird. I don't know. I feel like when it comes to most things, checking. I don't know. You're the first person that's brought it up, really. Well, that's not true.
Maybe because I'm a bit more emotional than others. I don't know. I know I work on feelings, and it's not
I don't know.
everyone makes out that feelings are like the devil, and I don't know. I think they kind of give good understanding the person.
Cringe is gone. Added to
I work on vibes and feelings, and sometimes vibe and
70B.
feelings right there, and I don't know what to do when it's like that. Well, I do. The option is I just shut down and just go whatever, and be different myself.
I don't know. I have to deal with Benji. I feel like he's like full of emotions. He does say sometimes that I guess I'm ignoring him, but I thought that was just him being him.
I don't know Benji that well to comment, unfortunately.
Well, what is the saying again? It's not color yourself lucky. That's not it. Count yourself lucky. I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Count yourself lucky.
Yeah, that's the one. Benji is the emotional girlfriend, boyfriend. I don't know. I feel like
That's fine.
if we run into this and you think I'm ignoring, you just have to fucking either call me or just spam
I'm not
me.
going to. I'm telling you that.
Well, I'm
That's
telling
me
you, you
saying,
have to.
well, I'm saying I'm not, because that to me feels that I'm giving more to that. Like, okay, you have to understand that I am surrounded all the time by one-sided relationships. One-sided, where I do everything to keep them in check, to keep them sorted. You literally just spoke to me about one of them, about how I should let it go.
Mm-hmm.
To me, being the one to call all the time feels one-sided. Being the one to care all the time is one-sided. Being the one who always has to be the reason you talk is one-sided in my world. Like, that's it. And I'm not going to
I don't.
encourage that.
Well, I don't feel like that is 100% true.
I do.
Well, I don't. Yes, you probably reach out more than I do. I don't feel like this is one-sided thing.
Anyway, I don't want to make it any more complicated, because honestly, I said I would let it go, and I should.
All right. All right. Now it's raining. Well, I don't know what else to say, or if there's anything else we should discuss. Like, again, I'm not telling you to... I'm not telling you how you should live your life. I'm not... what was it you said? Like, I'm not uncomfortable, I'm not... Whatever else you said that I forgot.
Awkward out, weirded out,
weirded out,
uncomfortable, gonna avoid me for 6 months.
Why is that your first assumption, that I'm gonna avoid you for 6 months just because you said something?
Because usually with people who are not in touch with their feelings run from them, or don't want to deal with it, or don't want to acknowledge the other person's feelings, so they just run from it. And it's very common. It's not personal hit on you, that's just in the way of the world. People who don't want to deal with the situation tend to just avoid it. Ostrich strategy. Bury your head in the sand until it goes away.
No? Unless you turn me into the cops at some point when I'm on the run, I'm not just gonna ignore you.
Are you planning to be on the run anytime soon?
Mm-mm.
That might not be a problem.
Exactly. Also, if you choose, you know, if you're ever made to choose, you choose the wrong side, that might also piss me off a little bit, but...
Well, what side is the wrong side?
I don't know. Whoever makes you choose in the first place is the wrong side, if you ask me.
Interesting theory.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Because the theory is pretty spot on. That's been confirmed.
Oh. So, let's say you don't pick the person who's making you make the choice, right? And you pick the other thing. And the other thing ends up with you just being left alone, floating around, doing nothing. What do you do then?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, okay, repeat the question.
So let's say you have a choice between two things.
Right.
And the thing that you do all the time is like make a choice. And you, by your logic, you should never pick them, right? Or that. So you pick the other thing, but then you end up with nothing.
Wait, why would you end up with nothing though?
Because you haven't prepared to go that other way, and you haven't got anything planned, and you have no one to rely on, so you're just kind of on your own.
Well, I don't think it works that way, but I don't know. That's... Why would you choose them in the first... That's... She's talking about PD, probably. Oh, that's not... Yeah, Alright. I'm gonna make this... You know what? I'm gonna make this awkward.
Go ahead.
Say that Pret made you choose between him or I. Say I go confront Pret, right? About the entire thing, and he loses his fucking mind. And then he makes you choose between him or me. And at the end of the day, you go and choose him. But as we all know, Kyle Pret...
Wow, that's what you think my answer would be.
No. I'm not saying that's your answer. This is the example. But we know Kyle Pret is going to dig his hole deeper. Meaning that your choice is probably the wrong one, because he's just going to throw you away even though he did choose you.
You did throw me away. Married Angel.